Near-death experiences challenge our understanding of reality. A near-death experience can shatter our understanding of reality. This video explores the lived experience of NDEs and the paradoxes they reveal. Understanding near-death experiences often fails to become embodied practice due to the mechanism of ego preservation. The ego resists change because it perceives any shift as a threat to its identity. This resistance is rooted in the fear of losing control. The ego clings to the illusion of control, even when confronted with the profound insights of an NDE. The challenge is to navigate this resistance and embody the teachings. The ego's fear of dissolution creates a paradox, where the very experience that could liberate us becomes a source of anxiety and resistance. This tension is a fundamental challenge on the path to enlightenment. In the Sufi tradition, the concept of fana, annihilation of the ego, addresses the dissolution of the self. The Sufi mystic Rumi emphasized the importance of transcending the ego to achieve a deeper understanding of reality. Rumi's teachings suggest that the ego must be dissolved to experience the divine. This aligns with the insights of near-death experiences, where the dissolution of the ego is a common theme. However, today's framing often emphasizes the cognitive and psychological aspects, while Rumi's teachings focus on the spiritual and mystical dimensions. The Sufi tradition offers a unique perspective on the dissolution of the ego, which can complement contemporary understandings of NDEs. In the 16th century, the Inquisition suppressed the accounts of near-death experiences, viewing them as heretical. The Church's fear of losing control over spiritual narratives led to the suppression of these experiences. This historical suppression reveals the structural relationship between power and spiritual knowledge. The Church's actions highlight how spiritual insights can be weaponized to maintain control. This suppression also underscores the ongoing tension between institutional power and individual spiritual experiences. The Church's fear of losing control over spiritual narratives is a stark reminder of the power dynamics at play. Spiritual communities often replicate the very dynamics they seek to transcend. In the context of near-death experiences, this can manifest as an overemphasis on intellectual analysis, a tendency observed in various traditions, including Tibetan Buddhism. This intellectualization can lead to a superficial engagement with the profound emotional and spiritual dimensions of NDEs. The psychological mechanism of compartmentalization can further exacerbate this issue, as individuals may isolate their NDE insights from their daily lives, thereby losing the transformative potential of these experiences. This trap reveals how communities can inadvertently perpetuate the very patterns they aim to transcend, highlighting the importance of integrating these profound experiences into one's lived reality. Paradox first of near-death experiences gains traction when it moves from philosophy into repeated behavioral experiment. In Taoist contemplative tradition, practitioners evaluated development by consistency of response across high-stakes situations, not by quality of articulation during calm intervals. A familiar setting demonstrates why this matters. After a mistake at work, the mind starts rehearsing defenses instead of repair. The hidden architecture of that moment is identity fusion with a preferred self-story, narrowing available responses before deliberate thought can engage. Interrupting that sequence requires precision. Register the first signal before the narrative solidifies, separate the observable fact from the interpretation layered on top, and substitute one response with lower conflict costs. Verified over multiple recurrences, this shift shows up as shortened repair time and fewer escalation cycles. Where does control end and honest attention begin? What must we genuinely mourn to embody the insights of near-death experiences?